All right, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the next episode of this Drum Day Someday series. I'm really excited to get back into it. I honestly really do miss this series, and I'm excited to record this video. So the comment that got the most likes was Blue Devils 2011. There wasn't any specific part of the show that you guys wanted me to learn. It was just the 2011 Blue Devils Drumline. So basically, I'm gonna be pulling up the most famous lot video and then learning all the music parts to their shows. So it's actually really cool that 2011 was chosen because I personally have like a really deep connection to it, I guess. I'm gonna be talking more about that in a little bit, but for now, let's just roll the intro and let's get this movie started. All right, so I started recording me practicing this show music like yesterday, so that's the reason why I'm gonna be wearing different clothes in the next clip. Okay, so the reason why this show has like a deep connection to me is actually a pretty funny story. So the first years that I found out what Drumline was in 2011. It was my 7th grade year, and I joined percussion. The instructor was pushing auditions. Hey, go audition for Drumline. Hey, go audition for Drumline. This is gonna be the first competitive season. And while learning about what Drumline was at school, I did my own personal research at home, and I try to learn as much as I possibly can about the Drumline activity. So along with learning what that is, I did audition, I did make the line, and the rest is history. My passion for Drumline continued. But during that 7th grade year, there was a performance that our drumline instructor really pushed us to go for anyone who was in drumline. Anyone in music in particular, but specifically the drumline kids. And sure enough, I ended up going. I went with me and a couple of my friends, David Landis and Austin Peñuelas. If you guys are watching this, I hope you guys remember this day, because I specifically do remember this night. So we ended up going to this show performance thing, and it was a marching band competition. We're at a stadium, and we saw a bunch of musicians perform, winds and drumline, and I had no idea what the activity was. Like, I had no idea where I was. I had no idea what they were competing for, or who the groups were, etc., etc. The funny thing is, though, while being in my junior high line, the instructor taught us what duts were. Obviously, it's a common thing in the drumline world that we dut in order to keep time within ourselves. And it's such a crazy concept for someone who's not in the drumline community, that I guess my friends and I wanted to normalize it. And by normalizing it, we were specifically listening for the groups to dut. So the entire time while we were watching the show, we weren't even listening to the music, we weren't looking at the drill, we were just making sure and focusing if we can possibly hear the drumline dut. And whenever we did hear them dut, it was like the most, like, oh my god, we heard them dut, that's so cool. And it was just so weird to look back on that and know that that's what we were focusing on. Now, if you can connect two and two together, I look back at that day, and it turns out that we ended up going to a DCI competition, and we saw the Blue Devils drumline before I even knew who the Blue Devils were. Now, how did I know this? Is because I remember one of the shows specifically having these boxes, these square, like, PVC pipe boxes in their show. And I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a cool prop. I didn't think much about it. I was still trying to focus on the drumline dutting. And a few years later, I do my research on who the Blue Devils were, and I look up all their shows in the past. And it's crazy to know that in 2011, the Blue Devils drumline had the show with those PVC pipe cubes. And looking back at it, it was such a crazy thing for me, because I always wanted to see the Blue Devils live. I didn't get to see them live again until 2016, I believe. So a whole 5 years later, I've been always wanting to go see them play, but I never got the chance to. So the first time that I ever saw them was when I didn't even know who they were. And the next time I ever got to saw them was 5 years later. So 2011 will always have like a special place in my heart, because it's technically the first Blue Devils show that I ever saw, and I didn't even know about it. So storyline aside, let's get this show on the road. I do basically have the entire show like learned. I just need to practice it with the music and record myself performing it for you guys. So let's just get into the next one. Here is gonna be me performing this show music for you guys. Alright, you guys, now that is going to conclude everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So, I do want to make this series video more often, so make sure you guys comment below the show that you guys want me to do next, and the one with the most likes is going to be chosen. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and along with everything, I want to give a shout out to my editor Sam, who edits these videos. Make sure you go give him a follow on his Instagram, which is going to be right there. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for today, you guys. Please like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't as well. That's gonna be everything for today, you guys. I will see you for the next one, and peace out.